Just what makes FIFA President Sepp Blatter so powerful that despite this scandal, not many are willing to go against him? Let's take that to our experts. Shouvik Naha continues to be with us from Zurich, and Arunava Chaudhuri is joining us from Berlin. Arunava, what do you think is the appeal of Sepp Blatter that despite this scandal, world bodies couldn't unite against him?
The reality is that if you take Europe out of the equation, is that Sepp Blatter and FIFA is doing a lot for football around the world, especially in Africa and in Asia. India is one of the biggest beneficiaries of FIFA over the last 5 years, not only financially but also in regard to manpower and learning, what football is all about.
Right.
So that is something which one should not forget. And I've worked in the Caribbean myself, so I know a little bit about the mood and the psyche in the West Indies when it comes to football. FIFA has done a lot of good things, but yes, there are certain rotten apples, and that needs to be cleared for FIFA to really move on.
Shouvik, what's the feeling amongst those who have collected for the Congress in Zurich? Do they see Sepp Blatter as someone who's done a lot of good for world football, or as a controversial figure who's refusing to accept responsibility and perhaps, was at the helm when all of the corruption was taking place?
Most of the representatives of the foreign football associations who have arrived in Zurich for supporting, they all think that Sepp Blatter has got a clean sheet because his name has not surfaced in any of the allegations. And they are placing their full faith behind Sepp Blatter. So, of course, Sepp Blatter has the faith of many football personnel from all over the world.
But they don't see him as someone who should accept responsibility for what has happened in the world body.
For that matter, say that it depends on the FIFA on how to tackle this kind of issues. Sepp Blatter is just the front person of FIFA. So he is at the helm of power, but still it's a collective responsibility that they're talking about.
Right, and obviously if there was ever any blame put on the president itself, Arunava, that would be quite bad for FIFA, isn't it? They would like to avoid that.
Well, that's the situation as it stands at the moment. Everyone else is being blamed. Mr. Blatter has stayed clean so far. That's the main thing at the moment. And there are other cross connections as well in world football. I think a very good example is Michel Platini's son works for the Qataris. So, there is a certain pressure in there, but if Blatter falls, a lot of people in world football are going to be in trouble, and that's why no one is willing to touch him.
Absolutely. It reminds us a lot of N. Srinivasan in cricket, in Indian cricket or world cricket here in India. But let's also talk about the other side. Jordanian Prince Ali is challenging Sepp Blatter for FIFA's top post. He's widely regarded as the man who works for change, and he has the backing of UEFA quite openly. Here's a look at his profile. Prince Ali is the third son of King Hussein in the Jordanian royal family. A graduate from Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, he has also served in the Jordanian Armed Forces. Prince Ali has forged his reputation in football administration as a force of change in the sport. He was the founding member of West Asian Football Association, and in March 2012, he successfully moved to lift FIFA's ban on the hijab. This move made him very popular in the region. The current FIFA Vice President of Asia is going head-to-head against Sepp Blatter.
I think that we all agree that it is time now for a change, to have a FIFA, transparent FIFA, to work on the sport.
For European associations, Prince Ali is an overwhelming favourite to start a new era in FIFA.
Moi qui suis cela depuis quelques années, je suis dépité. Je suis écœuré et j'en ai marre.
We have decided to stand behind Prince Ali. I wouldn't say unanimously, but with a big majority.
Numbers though suggest he'll have to wait before he can take over the world's biggest sport body. Sports Bureau, India Today. Arunava, we all know about the bickering between UEFA and FIFA. Historically, these are bodies that have fought and are rivals of sorts. But would it be safe to say that in Prince Ali, they have found a man that can be their candidate for years to come?
No, I don't think so. I think the problem is that no one from Europe was willing to take the plunge and lose against Blatter. They were looking for someone who could have a certain chance if his own confederation stood behind him. But Prince Ali has not even got one vote from Asia so far except Jordan. So that's the situation as it stands. Michel Platini didn't dare to stand against Mr. Blatter. And Van Praag at the end, Luis Figo, all of them dropped out because they realized that they would lose, and that would harm their long-term interest in football and in FIFA and in UEFA as well.
All right, final question to Chauvik, who is in Zurich. Chauvik, we're expecting the results to come around 8:30 p.m. India time, just over 45 minutes from now or so. Can you tell us about what the plan is after that?
After that, the incumbent president is going to address the media in a big press conference and maybe handshakes and a cocktail party.
All right, Chauvik Naha and Arunava Chaudhuri, thanks a lot for joining us and putting the two candidates in perspective for our viewers.